Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of Business Ninjas. I'm here today with Logan Campbell. He's the CEO and founder of Marketing Group. Logan, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to have you. So, Logan, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am the founder and CEO of Up Marketing Group. That's my full-time job. We focus on SMB solutions, pretty much anything you can see on a screen, from UI, UX design, graphic design, motion graphics, photography, videography, things of that nature. From a marketing standpoint is really what we focus on. About myself, really, I live in Denver, Colorado. I've been here since 2014. I moved here from Las Vegas, Nevada after a 13-year career in the hospitality sector of business down on Las Vegas Boulevard with companies like Tao Group, Caesars Entertainment, those types of things. And I was fortunate enough to have worked underneath some of the some sharper marketing minds, in the hospitality sector. And, upon moving out here, I had the opportunity to open up Temple Nightclub, so the largest nightclub out here in the Midwest. And, it's a second location after the flagship in San Francisco, Temple Nightclub. So shortly after that, in 2019, was the birth of Up Marketing Group. And, originally it was supposed to be hospitality centric, but as we all know, we were kind of metaphorically hit by a truck with COVID, so it forced us to pivot into other sectors of business. So here I am today.
That's fantastic. So, Up Marketing Group. So, tell me a little bit more about what you can do for your clients.
Well, anything from brand conceptualization all the way up to, what we would call like a makeover type situation. Some folks have great ideas and they want to, kind of bring their vision to life. So, in conceptualization, that's something that we certainly help out with a lot. We have worked with some other companies, such as Twin Rivers Elite IV Hydration, which is in the health and wellness sector. Something, that we did for those folks. Miss Jessie Russell, the owner, she's a friend and also the founder. And, they wwere walking into franchise efforts. And unfortunately, the original logo, which was Elite IV Hydration, wasn't trademarkable. So we had to kind of redo all of her business materials and, on screen, off screen, tangible, those types of things, new logos, so that, she could walk into a franchisable, trajectory, which she did so successfully. So, we did a lot of things with her in regards to her website, as I mentioned, her logo and different things like that. So ultimately, that would be kind of like a maneuver in her business, which, is allowing her to scale immensely. So I would say those types of things. It's not always the same. And that's one thing I love about, design and marketing. Different people are in different milestones in their business, and depending on what their needs are, a marketing group has the ability to adapt to those needs and coming up with viable solutions.
Yeah. So you talked a little bit about kind of having the idea to start in the hospitality industry. Now you've kind of got clients in the health and wellness sector, if I heard that right. Talk to me a little bit about any trends that you've seen that Up Marketing Group has worked with.
COVID, obviously, it forced us to pivot into these other sectors of business. I mean, not just health and wellness, but also industrial. And, I would say, just because of my background, now that things have the dust has settled as it relates to the pandemic, special events are popping back up in a major way. There's new restaurant concepts, those types of things. And, I would say that our audience is certainly aware that we shine in the hospitality space. Currently we're redoing a place in downtown called Rhubar that's going to be called Peaches Lounge, which is kind of like a sports enthusiastic bar and grill that turns into kind of a nightclub at night. We are out in Kentucky with Shiners on the Levee. Shiners on the Levee is a concept spawned by Mr. Kevin Daly, who I worked with in Las Vegas. again, in the hospitality sector. They are a traditional smokehouse barbecue restaurant first and a live music venue second at night. And additionally, we're working out with the Zen Compound folks out in San Fran. We do a lot of their VIP marketing and sales management and concierge services and those types of things. So as it relates to trends of Up Marketing Group, we certainly fall into a hospitality bucket once again. So that's
Yeah.
really where we shine.
So it sounds too like a lot of the work that you've been able to do, kind of different than a lot of the other kind of companies that I've talked to before, is that a lot of your work is being able to be done in hospitality, but also in person too, it sounds like.
Yes, 100%. As it relates to in person, the concierge aspect for Zen Compound, we are customer facing for all of their inbound VIP leads. And, in working with their team over there, Mr. Pierce Cleveland, they, they rely on us to help convert, their inbound marketing qualified leads. And, so that's certainly a customer facing aspect, and I guess that would be kind of one of the benefits of working with us. And, myself, my team is that, not only are we, sitting behind computers and, making things marketable from a visual aspect on screen, but, we also have talents with customer facing aspects of the hospitality business as well. Yes.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit more about kind of aside from being customer centric, customer focused, about one of the ways that Up Marketing Group is really able to stand out from its competition.
Sure. Well, one thing that I value as over the past few years owning Up Marketing Group is that even though we have aspirations to scale, just like any entrepreneur out there, we really maintain a boutique book of clients, and I think that that's one thing that makes us stand out more than like a subscription based type company, not to name any of our competitors. There's enough market share for everybody, but we really take on a white glove approach as it pertains to our clients, and getting intimate with them and really understanding their pain points and also their strong points
Mhm.
through that process is one thing that I value, and I think our customers also appreciate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when you start to work with, a new company, walk me through what that process looks like.
Sure. So I think that the best way to do anything is really to discover the needs and ask a lot of questions. This is super important. One thing in marketing is a lot of times, people don't know what they don't know. So through a robust kind of discovery process, it really helps us identify things that sometimes our customers aren't even aware that would be the solution to whatever the problem was that they had within their company. So after the discovery process, then we'll kind of do a little huddle back here at the Up Marketing Group offices and identify the best solutions that are not only efficient, but we try to work with people from a financial aspect. Especially coming out of the pandemic, there were tight budgets as it relates to marketing and those types of things. So, we'll typically unroll like a multi-phased approach, with prioritization in mind, and then we execute. And then after execution, obviously, we're going to be, laying out, KPIs prior to the execution process, in which case, we'll have a metric-driven approach. And, at the end of the day, I always like to say, if you hand me $1, I should be able to hand you back three. So that's how we do it.
That's pretty great. So, you've been in the game now for a few years. Talk to me about what you've seen change kind of in, not only in the hospitality industry, but also through, to the marketing.
I think that as it relates to change, I came into this business in such a unique time as it relates to commerce and globally. So very clearly, I mean, we're sitting here screen to screen as opposed to being in a studio, face to face. And I think that that's something that has changed, which
Mhm.
ultimately, I think that it's allowing people to get more efficient solutions. Being able to work remotely has really birthed and spawned like the multitude of subcontractors and giggers and freelancers that are out there, which, a lot of times they can work for this, potentially they may rent it out or whatever the case may be. But I think that when you do good work, that always wins. And so that's one thing that obviously I've seen change is, all the remote and like the high concentration of gig workers and those types of things and freelancers.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's a good insight. So, Logan, if you were to leave our listeners with one piece of information, either, about Up Marketing Group or, design and marketing, what would you want to leave our listeners with?
Never give up, and life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And if you have an idea, run as fast as you can towards it, because it might be scary, but it's only an indicator. It's what you should be doing.
Growth is sometimes uncomfortable, and stepping outside of that growth to, obviously to a certain point, it can be uncomfortable. But like I said, that's where growth happens, right?
Indeed.
Awesome. Well, Logan, thank you for being on Business Ninjas today. I really appreciate it. You gave great insight into the design and marketing space. I really appreciate you being on Business Ninjas today. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we hope you have a wonderful day.